All right, number 31. Okay, so very similar. We have two complex numbers that we're multiplying. It's 2i times 2 minus 8i. Now, what's different here, I'm going to distribute just like I normally would, but what's different here is that when you have an I times an I, you get I squared. And what is I squared? Anybody know?
Is the one.
Negative 1.
Negative 1.
Negative. Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute. 2i times 2 is 4i.
4i.
And then 2i times negative 8i. So it's positive times a negative.
Minus
Be a
16
16i squared. Okay, and by definition, the reason that we use imaginary numbers, let me just remind you that an I is the square root of negative 1. That's what the I is. Remember how in the past I said, oh, if you get a negative inside of a radical, it's just imaginary, you can't use it? Well, this thing's called the imaginary unit. And the good thing about it is if you're multiplying two imaginary numbers, you're back to the real world, okay? I squared is negative 1. Okay, without this, we couldn't do any of this. So when I go back to my problem, I have 4i minus 16 times I squared. What's I squared? Negative 1. And now 4i, I have minus 16 times negative 1, that's plus 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm basically done, but remember, I have to put my answer back in that a plus bi format. So I have to put the 16 first,
Okay.
plus 4i. Okay, so that's the only real kind of new thing there is that I squared is a negative 1. All right, let me check the answer, 16 plus 4i, that's it. Done.